Note. So, to summarize, we have looked at the remainder theorem, the factor theorem, the rational zeros theorem, and the number of zeros theorem. Stop. So, to summarize, we have looked at 1. The remainder theorem, 2. The factor theorem, 3. The rational zeros theorem, and 4. The number of zeros theorem. Concept question. On a separate piece of paper, explain each of these theorems in your own words. Stop. N, R, N for this concept question. Note. Another theorem we need to look at is the conjugate zeros theorem. Stop. Another theorem we need to look at is the conjugate zeros theorem. Note. However, before we examine this theorem, let's take a quick look at some basic properties of conjugates. Stop. However, before we examine this theorem, let's take a quick look at some basic properties of conjugates. Side note. An overbar over a letter or an operation means, quote, the conjugate of, close quote, stop. An overbar over a letter or an operation means, quote, the conjugate of, close quote. Question. Properties of conjugates. For any complex number, C and D break. One. The sum C plus D with an overbar over the sum equals blank. Break. 2. An overbar over the product C times D equals blank. Break. 3. An overbar over the exponent C raised to the nth power equals blank. Stop. Answer. Properties of conjugates. For any complex number, C and D, 1, an overbar over the sum C plus D is equal to C with an overbar plus D with an overbar. 2, an overbar over the product C times D is equal to C with an overbar multiplied by D with an overbar. And 3, an overbar over the an overbar over the exponent C to the nth power is equal to, open parentheses, C with an overbar, close parentheses, raised to the nth power.